Hello, my name is Precious Vines and I'm the blogger for The Single Maven. The title of today's blog post is The 4 Keys to Walking Towards Purpose, Part 3. Let's briefly recap the last 2 blog posts. In Part 1 of this series, we began our discussion regarding key steps needed in walking towards purpose. We discussed the first key step, opening your heart to hear God's voice. In Part 2 of this series, we discussed key step number 2, leave the dead places. Now, in Part 3, we will talk about our third key step. Key step number 3, prepare for your purpose. There are 3 important elements needed to prepare for your purpose. These 3 elements are attitude, presence, and action. Let's talk briefly about each one. First, attitude. Your attitude plays a huge role in preparing you for your purpose. Are you action-oriented and ready for change, or complacent and complaining about your problems? A positive attitude moves obstacles out of the way and prepares you for what you believe will happen. Secondly, let's look at presence. A woman of purpose and value is mindful to show up for what she truly wants. Therefore, you must ask yourself, am I showing up for what I truly want? Am I present and active, walking towards my purpose? And third, let's look at action. A woman of purpose and value takes action, ensuring that she walks into her purpose. Preparing for purpose requires that you ask these questions. Am I willing to do the work? Am I willing to make sacrifices to achieve my ultimate goal? Am I willing to give more of myself if more is required of me? Out of those 3 elements, attitude, presence, and action, the most important element is action. And honestly speaking, taking action is most likely the hardest for any of us to do. However, remember that preparation for anything you desire requires action. So, let's look at how you can take action for a more purpose-driven life. Now, in my experience, preparation for my purpose required me to venture into unfamiliar territory. This included me moving to a new city, joining a new church, and cultivating a new mindset. In addition, preparation for my purpose also meant venturing out alone in uncharted waters. This included me relinquishing some relationships that I had, even if it meant starting over and developing new relationships. Honestly, key step number 3 stretched me because I had to leave my comfort zone, which was not easy. And most likely, if you're doing the work of preparation, the same thing will happen to you. You will have to leave that place of comfort. In the preparation step, you will find that you will simultaneously go through a process of stripping and sowing. You are removing dead weight at the same time you are planting. You may be stripping away old habits and default patterns of behavior while also sowing an attitude of humility and surrender. You will be surrendering to the process of sacrifice while also taking action steps. So, let's look at some concrete action steps of change that you will need to complete the preparation stage. Action step number 1, take a full inventory of your life. What things in your life are not conducive for where you're going? Action step number 2, take a moment to self-reflect. Ask yourself, where have I dropped the ball regarding preparing myself for the next season of my life? It could be in the area of your health, your finances, or managing your schedule. It could also be in regards to your social network. Be honest and real about what is holding you back. And action step number 3, evaluate your habits. Look at the habits in your life that are not preparing you for your purpose. For example, as a single woman, if you believe that your purpose is to prepare for marriage, then you may need to evaluate your friendship circle. Are there people in your circle who don't have the same goal as you? Do you have friends that are negative regarding their outlook on marriage? Action step number 4. Evaluate your mindset. Let's use the last example again. As a single woman, if you believe that your future entails marriage and family as part of your purpose, you may need to work on your self-esteem and self-worth. Do you believe that you're able to be in a positive and healthy relationship with a significant other? Or do you believe that there's no good men left and your dreams are dead on arrival? Remember, in order to prepare for your purpose, your mindset must match your purpose. As James 2:17 NIV version reads, "In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead." I encourage you this week to put faith into action. Take one or more of these action steps we have discussed to prepare you for your purpose. Stay tuned for the next blog post as we cover the last key step in walking towards your purpose. I encourage you to subscribe to this blog, The Single Maven, and share with your network. Until next time.